Welcome to episode 6 of the Folding Towels podcast with Jackie and David. Today's topic is a particularly sensitive one, but one that we feel is crucial to talk about: creating a safe environment for our clients and ourselves, and dealing with sexual requests as a massage therapist. This episode comes with a content and trigger warning, as we will explore some of the challenges that come with dealing with these situations and provide some practical tips on how to recognise in advance, some tips for prevention, and also how to respond and stay safe in your practice. We will discuss common scenarios that massage therapists may encounter, including requests for happy endings or other sexual favours. We hope this episode provides valuable insights and advice. Instead of sitting back and relaxing, perhaps grab a stress ball. Feel free to pace around the room and have a swear or a cry, because doing what you love and train to do shouldn't have to include this.
Hello, Jackie. It's great to be talking with you again today. Did you know that today is World Health and Safety Day?
Hi, David. I didn't know that actually until you told me.
Today's topic is a doozy. We are talking about creating a safe environment and dealing with sexual requests as a massage therapist.
It sure is. This is a big topic. And so we're going to start off the episode with a content warning, a trigger warning, if you will, because we are talking about a very sensitive and very confronting topic. We want to do a bit of a deep dive in this and really thrash it out a bit. If this has happened to you, if you have been assaulted at work, we are truly sorry. It is not a fun thing to have happen, and we hope that you've found some support. Very importantly, not had the love of our wonderful massage industry crushed.
Yeah, this is a very real thing for us. Look, for our listeners out there, you might hear us giggle from time to time. This is a bit of a nervous topic as well. We do not think that this is funny whatsoever, even though some of the requestors that might be out there think it's hilarious to make you squirm. It is a serious topic, but you've probably listened to a few episodes. We do have a bit of a laugh along the way. This is not a funny episode whatsoever. Look, I want to start by saying that I have had a few inquiries. This hasn't happened for a very long time, but I have had inquiries by phone call. I've had text messages, and people request sexual service from me in person. I've been touched inappropriately while giving workplace seated massage. I've even had someone masturbate on my towels at the end of a session. Some of these things were a little bit easier to deal with than others.
I was very surprised, David, that you told me, this is quite a few years ago now, but you told me that you've actually been assaulted by both men and women. So it is not just the men doing it.
No, it is not just the men doing it. I think most commonly these actions are by a man towards a woman, but it is not isolated to that gender balance. And I have to say that as a male massage therapist, I did not expect. It's terrible that this happens to anyone in the workplace, but I just simply did not expect it to happen to me.
Yeah, you thought you were protected.
I guess.
Did. I personally have not had anyone outright ask me in person while they're on the massage table for anything inappropriate, but I've had plenty of other stuff happen. I have had a few, am I allowed to say dick pics?
Yeah.
Be sent to me via text and whatnot over the years. And a lot of people, I guess, ask for things in text messages. I actually had somebody, I think it was only last year or the year before, message me and ask me if I did happy endings or whatever. And he basically expected me to find him a sex worker or somebody that did that. I'm like, no, that's not my job. I'm like, I said to him, I don't do that. There are other places you can find that service if that's what you want. But it's definitely not me. And he kind of just kept talking to me and expected me to just find him somebody. And I'm like, no, thank you.
So I used to keep a couple of numbers on standby of people who I knew in the area who did provide that service. And it was over the phone. Someone had asked me, and they've just asked outright. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't do that. I shouldn't have to apologize. But anyway, I said, I'm being polite. I'm sorry, I don't provide that service, but I can give you a couple of numbers of people that I know who do provide that service. And he outright asked me, are they any good? I don't know.
Oh my Lord.
So perhaps you could let me know. So I think we'll start by saying that sex work is sex work. Sex work is legal in some states in Australia and it's illegal in others. There is a need and there is a demand for sex work. And where sex work is illegal, workers often go under the banner of massage, perhaps adult relaxation massage or adult relaxation services. And this is one of many points of confusion for people who are looking for that service. We'll get to the people that just don't care who you are or what you do later, because they are the most difficult to address, probably the most confronting as well. But I do know that there are at least 5 sex workers within about a kilometre of where I practice. And all of them go under the banner of adult relaxation massage. And look, you and I, Jackie, we're here in South Australia and sex work still has not been decriminalised.
No, it's very slowly, glacial pace getting there, but it has not. And it is very, very annoying. And as you know, David, I work not far from the unofficial red light district of Adelaide. So the official one being Hindley Street.
Yep.
But yeah, so I do actually see sex workers on my day-to-day travels fairly regularly. Not all the time, but fairly regularly, because they are actually out there literally on the streets. And the whole issue of decriminalising sex work is very controversial. There are many sex workers that want to be recognised as legitimate workers and have, a safe work environment, have protocols to follow, and be paid, whatever they want to be paid, as just like the rest of us. But on the other hand, as many of us would know, sex work is often tied up with things like human trafficking. And if you are interested, there are some very controversial and confrontational editorials in The Age from a few years back, and through some other investigative journalism shows like Four Corners, 60 Minutes, that sort of stuff, about the issue. And unfortunately, the issue of sex trafficking is a very real issue in Australia. And definitely not going to be solved anytime soon, unfortunately. But back to the topic at hand, David.
Yeah, this is it's a bit nasty, isn't it? Like there is
it is.
Yeah, it's really icky. There's a certain cohort of people. They are usually men who confuse massage with sex work. And I remember being at massage school where one of my lecturers said, sooner or later, someone is going to someone is going to ask for a happy ending, and you're just going to have to deal with it. There was no advice given. It was just palmed off as just something we have to put up with. And I want you to know something. It is your lawful right to feel safe at work. Whether you run your own business from home, you rent a room from somewhere, or you're employed by a clinic, you have a right to feel safe at work, and sexual harassment in any setting is not okay.
Absolutely. So, like many other things, one of the best course of action that you can take is prevention. And this starts from the very first time that a client interacts with your business. So, if you have a website, your booking link, social media, all of those things, you need to think about how that client perceives you. And one of the conversations that we have in the Facebook groups sometimes is you'll see somebody saying, "Oh, I'm getting these phone calls. I'm getting people asking me for this service. What am I doing wrong? How can I prevent it?" And one of the big issues is particular words. And David, we and I have had this conversation,
Yeah.
even just in talking about massage. There are so many words that we just try not to use because of the innuendo.
Mm.
And that applies to your website and your social media as well. You have to be very careful about what you do. And this is where, if you have a particular skill set in regards to, sports massage or whatever it is that your techniques, you need to be really careful about how you market yourself. And this is where working in an allied health setting can have its advantage, because you then kind of come under the banner of a chiropractor or a physio, and it's kind of a little bit more safe, as it were.
It's not to say that it doesn't happen in those environments either, because it certainly does, but you dramatically reduce the
Yes.
chance of those things happening. And if something does happen, you are surrounded by people, whether it be reception staff, other therapists, people who can come to your aid, people that you can talk to immediately. You're not left on your own to just deal with something which is just horrid.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's codes apparently as well. It would be really useful to know what some of them are, because one of the guys who asked for a happy ending in my clinic, and I was quite abrupt with him at the time, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to ask, but you've got a box of tissues in your room, and that means you're up for it." I'm like, "It's a box of tissues. People need to blow their nose. Sometimes people cry.
Oh my goodness.
How is a box of tissues suggestive that I'm going to touch you in your not so special place?"
I've also seen, I don't know how I saw this, but somebody talking about therapists not wearing shoes, particularly
really?
women not wearing shoes while they're working, which some therapists don't. If they have their own clinic or they work from home, they might not wear shoes all the time.
Suddenly I feel sorry for our colleagues in Byron Bay. Like, shoes are definitely optional there.
If you work in the tropics, absolutely.
Yeah, and pricing as well. Those who've got really low prices and work from home, apparently that means that there's add-ons. Oh my God.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
We're both cringing so much right now, aren't we?
Oh, it's just horrible. So if you were to jump into your browser and open up an incognito window, because you don't want this in your search history, particularly for targeted advertising and things, and you typed into Google in an incognito window, full service massage near me, or happy ending massage, or sexual massage, just have a look and see what is around you. And you'll find some, I guess, larger businesses who have got quite a strong presence. And you'll certainly find some of those online directories like Locanto and Gumtree as being really popular places for people to advertise. And they're usually pretty direct about what they offer. It is not hard to find someone near to where you live who is willing to do exactly what is being asked by that person.
It might just start with a text message or a messenger request, and it could be as seemingly innocent as, "Are you available now?" or "Can I get a massage now?" Do you do full body massages? These are some really big red flags. The immediacy of it is a huge red flag for this issue. And you want to respond and explain exactly what you do and what you don't do. If people are well-intentioned, they will ask for a time, or they will then elaborate on what their issue is. Sometimes people are just very stressed and they don't understand massage. So they are asking you, please tell me what you're doing. Yeah, some people do come straight out and ask if you do things like happy endings or hand releases, upper thigh massage. I don't even want to say the rest of these words because they're just terrible. But glute massage and like prostate stimulation and lingam massage, I honestly don't even know what that is. But yeah, I suppose personally, I feel like if people are direct, I can deal with that. And I know that both of us are quite good at vetting people before they even get to the table. So through the process of the phone call or the text message, we are saying to the client, okay, what actually is the issue? And I see a lot of women for pregnancy. So even some men, I will message them back and say, okay, are you pregnant? Do you get headaches all the time? Because these are some of the services that I offer. And that just kind of gives them the idea that, hey, I'm actually like not doing the sexual stuff. That kind of helps. But definitely, vet your clients as much as you can before they get to the table. And then we have people who are actually messaging you as a prank, and they have some kind of disturbing thrill about sending these messages, which is absolutely 100% harassment and completely wrong. And for those types of people, the best thing you can do is to just not respond and block the number, and possibly report it depending on what it is.
Yeah, there's that email where you often see it pop up in the Facebook groups. Either it's like complete shock, I've just had this request, or they're like, oh, finally, I'm a real therapist because I've made it because Jim and Frank and Fatima, the body lifters from whatever suburb, have contacted you asking.
They live everywhere.
They live everywhere. And these are whoever it is, one of our colleagues did engage with them in conversation and really got them riled up. They get really nasty when you respond to them.
Yeah.
They are prank callers or prank messages. You just got to ignore them.
That's one guy.
Yeah. He gets nasty. You see the content that he sends to people. It's like, oh my goodness, something's wrong with you, dude.
Very, very wrong. And this is where I tell people, do not respond to these people. They are looking for your response. They're looking for you to tell them off because it makes them, I don't know, happy or something to know that they've upset you. Yeah. So blocking and deleting after you've screenshot for posterity, if things go further, is absolutely the best course of action.
Yeah, whether you've received an outright request or you get just the creepy feeling, we've talked about intuition before, trust your intuition. If you get the creepy sensation that something's not quite right and you do choose to respond, I think it's really wise to keep a scripted response, whether you keep that on your phone or on your computer, so that you don't have to engage emotion into your response and you can ask the person directly what they're looking for, what they need help with, or you've got a response which is polite but firm of, hey, I don't do this. You need to contact the right person. That right person is not me, and leave me alone. And I have to say, I am okay now with being asked over the phone or by message because they're not in my space and I've got the opportunity to respond to them without the need for confrontation. And it's at this point that I've got the power to end all communication, but I can guarantee that the first time that it does happen to you, you will be shocked. And this is why it's important to have a script on hand. And this isn't isolated to just us. Being asked for sexual favors, it does happen in a lot of workplaces, usually by men towards women. It's not isolated to our industry. It's not okay. It never has been. It never will be. But you still need to be prepared. Some of the callers or people messaging you, they genuinely don't understand the difference between someone who does relaxation, therapeutic, remedial massage, and someone who does sexual massage. It may just be for whatever reason. Look, don't want to make excuses, but in their heads, they do not understand the difference. And it might have been that they got a massage overseas, and that's exactly what was offered. So that's what they know. Who knows? They genuinely don't know where to find this service. And I've had callers over the years where they're really sheepish over the phone, and this is a good conversation, good in inverted commas, and it might be like, "Hi, do you do body massage?" So, sure, I'm a remedial massage therapist. Is there anything I can help you with specifically? Do you do full body massages? And that's when I'm like, okay, mate, spit it out. What exactly are you looking for? Do you no do you massage all over the body? No. I'm a remedial massage therapist. I assist people with pain to move better and to feel better. I suggest you get onto Google or Locanto and specifically look for adult relaxation massage. You'll be sure to find what you're looking for.
A question for you, David. Do you actually say to people, or have you said to people ever, are you looking for a happy ending? Like, have you been very blunt with the questioning? Because I have.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. I find you just have to kind of bite the bullet and just, if you're not sure, just ask and do it in a nice way, like, because you might be alienating an actual client, but I think it's better to just know and then you can deal with it.
I'll tell you a story of where it could have gone wrong.
Oh no.
And I had a new client. They filled out all the paperwork. Everything was looking legitimate. They sat down in their clinic in the clinic for the face-to-face component, where I've asked them the questions that I always ask, and specifically, where is your pain today? And this guy has turned and said to me, I've been to the physio, and the physio has asked me to come and get massage for my perineum. And I must have pulled a funny face or changed color or something. He's like, I've said something, haven't I? I'm like, the avoidance of doubt, can you point to your perineum? And he's pointed to the side of his shin. And I'm like,
oh,
the peroneus.
Oh.
You were so close. Do you know where your perineum is? As I've told him, he's like, fuck
Whoops.
me. It's like, I understand that look you just gave me.
Yeah. Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, the dangers of trying to learn anatomical names and missing it just by that much. It's like you were so close.
And that is easily done, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that. Yeah. Glad I asked that question. He was a cyclist, and look, cyclists do get sore perineums, but look, they can rub cream there themselves.
Oh my goodness me. Okay, so right.
Yeah, back on topic.
Yes, let's get back on topic. Let's get into how we can, what are some of the ways that we can address this? And one of the things that we can do is with our business name, firstly, starting with just that. A lot of people use their personal name as their business name, like it might be, for instance, Jackie's Remedial Massage, something like that. But you want to make it clear that massage is massage and it's not extras.
It's just legitimate massage.
Yes. Yeah.
What we're trained to do.
Yes.
You will not find an RTO in Australia who teaches you to do the other things.
The other things. I know. This is such a hard topic to even talk about. And I know I think you have a similar philosophy to that I do, in that there should be well, in my philosophy, I won't put you in the same basket as myself because I'm not 100% sure about this, but I definitely think that there should be a little bit more education around for the customer around all of this, and that there is a need for, let's say, sensual massage, as opposed to sex work specifically, and as opposed to legitimate massage, because touch and lack of touch and needing more touch is a real thing. We have talked about this before quite a lot. But unfortunately, the customer doesn't understand that. And so we have to provide context to them so that they can go to our website and see exactly what it is that we do. And sorry for my rant there.
Yeah. And people who do work as sex workers should 100% have a safe place to work in and be afforded all the protections that any other worker has in the workplace, including a safe place to go to work.
Absolutely, yeah. Everyone deserves
be forced
to be safe
to hide.
at work. It doesn't matter what you do. Absolutely.
Yeah. One of the most effective things that I've done to cut the callers and the messages is I pay for a subscription, which is a telephone number forwarding service. So it gives me a landline number, and that forwards calls through to my mobile phone. So my mobile phone doesn't appear on the internet. People can't call me. They can't just message me unless they've got my business card and my number, unless someone's passed my business card on, of course. So I don't get random pictures of people's crotches anymore, and I don't get the harassing text messages anymore. That friction of having to call someone and ask for the service is very effective at preventing. And usually the calls go through to my voicemail because if I'm not working, I'm often with my family, so I can screen those calls. My voicemail, it asks people to book online where they have no choice but to leave me details so I can verify their booking.
Yes, that is an excellent way to manage some of those annoying phone calls and text messages. Yeah. That's a really good one. All right. So another thing that you can do, which I think I've already kind of said, but it is to have a website that spells out exactly what you do. Do you work with athletes? Do you help people with chronic pain? What services do you offer? So if you are doing lymphatic drainage, myofascial therapy, use those words. Tell people how you can actually help them and who you work with. Do you do specific work around head and neck injuries? Do you only work with women? This information should be on your website. The photos that you use as well should be at least semi-professional, polo shirt, nice t-shirt. It can have superheroes on it.
Yes, it can.
But the photos that are in some of the websites for the not massage places, their staff photos are a little bit revealing. They might be in lingerie. It talks about things that are just not anything to do with massage, like sometimes bust size and their nationality, things like that. You want to keep it professional and make it super easy for your clients to go, oh, yes, this lady does great work with people with headaches. I'm definitely going to book with her. Another one is to also get online bookings sorted. That way the person has to fill out a form. They have to leave their details with you. They have to give you their email address. They have to give you a phone number. And they can give you fake details, but the more information they're giving you, the more information you then have to actually do a little bit of stalking, as it were, to make sure that this is an actual person that you want in your clinic, and not somebody that's just looking for extras.
Yep. And your online booking portal, they usually give you options to list things like your conditions of bookings. And certainly in mine, it's very clear about my position on zero tolerance for sexual harassment.
Yes.
There is no excuse.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. And most online booking portals now will allow you to take credit card details or do a prepayment. And I actually do a prepayment for first appointments. And some of my clients will try and get around that, which if we're having a conversation, that's fine. But that will actually weed out a lot of people as well, because one of the things, as we've mentioned, is they want that immediacy. They want the hand job now.
Yeah.
They want it today. And if you're telling them you have to fill out a form, I need all these contact details for you. Oh, look, you have to prepay for your appointment. That they're going to try and find somewhere much easier to book in with. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Anonymity is really important often for the types of people who are looking for this service.
yes,
And paying by credit cards, that leaves personally identifiable information. So it's something that they'd rather pay with cash, particularly if they're trying to
yes.
hide their movements from, say, a partner. Yeah, so on arrival, you should be doing this anyway, but on arrival, get every new client to fill out their paperwork. An immediate red flag is someone who does not give their personal identifying details, their full name, their contact number, their address, their email, their emergency contact information, their reason for visiting. If their form is very blank, sit with them and fill in the details. Explain that under the powers set out in the Unregistered Health Professionals Act, which we are all covered by and we are obliged to follow, we must collect this information. Otherwise, just simply have to refuse to treat them.
I've told people before I'm legally required to collect a minimum amount of information about you. I don't bother explaining any of the acts or anything, but it's very basic anyway. Like if they don't want to tell me, their health history, like family history I'm talking about, that's fine. But there's a certain amount of information that you absolutely must collect to treat the person. And that's a massive red flag. If they don't want to even fill out a basic form, don't treat them.
You don't need them as your client.
No, you want clients that are happy to do what you ask them to do. Oh my goodness. So, as well as that, you want to talk to them about why are they coming to see you? What areas of the body do they want you to work on? Let them know what style of massage that you do. You want to make sure that you're a good fit for that person as well. So you want to do your talk through with them and let them know what the plan is for the massage. If they're coming in for headaches and you're massaging their legs, that they're not going to be very happy with that. And you just want to let them know exactly what it is that you're going to do, meet their expectations, find out what they expect to happen through the massage session, and also let them know what clothing to remove to get onto the table with. And I know I've been told a few times, and I know you've said this to me, David, undress to your level of comfort. And I'm straight away like, what does that mean? Because pajamas are comfortable. I'm quite explicit with people. I'm like, okay, if we're only doing upper body stuff, I'm like, okay, take your t-shirt off, take your bra off, leave your leggings on. Or if we're doing legs as well, I'll say strip down to your knickers or your underwear, leave your knickers on, and take everything else off. I've actually had a couple of people not wear underwear, but surprisingly, I think it was only two or three people. It was always women. It's never had a man not wear underwear. It's always been women. Which I found a little bit odd, but never mind.
Yeah, I've had a couple of men without underwear, and they happened to be people that I knew. One of them was a tradie, and he said, I got home from work, I showered, and I came here. I forgot to put my jocks on. And I'm like, how do you forget your jocks? I knew him. I knew his wife. I stood there menacingly with my arms crossed. It's like, right, we just need extra towels. Extra towels, because I don't want anything to slip out here.
Yeah. It's definitely a red flag, the not wearing underwear thing. and asking, can I take my underwear off, and saying, oh, I don't wear underwear. Like, that's definitely a red flag.
You hear the lines. We've seen this in some of the massage Facebook pages where someone has said, I don't like to wear underwear during massage because I just don't feel as relaxed. It's like, dude, what's going on here?
Is this a little bit like the condom's too small?
Yeah.
Don't know if I was meant to bring that up or not, but instantly I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, your reasons for
Yeah.
being here today are not genuine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and definitely use the extra towels if someone is not wearing underwear for whatever reason. Definitely use proper draping and extra towels. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard to do glute work when there's no underwear because the towel just keeps falling down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying. Oh,
Yeah.
I was just going to say a couple of other red flags while we're talking about red flags is if people start to wiggle about on the massage table, and if they try and initiate conversation about sex. Yeah, those are pretty big red flags and fairly obvious ones. The wiggling, especially. Yeah. And then if you actually have somebody on your table that is touching you during the massage, or like an accidental touch, oh, I'm relaxed, my arm sort of fell down. That might be one thing, but if they are touching you during the massage and it happens more than, oh shit, sorry, I didn't realize you were standing there. I didn't mean to. My arm fell.
Yeah.
But yeah,
creepy.
I would be super like, okay, is it time to end this now? Like, I'm feeling very uncomfortable. Yeah. That's a really big red flag if you're actually being touched.
And when someone says partway through the massage, because I've seen this in one of the overseas massage groups, someone has said, how about we finish the massage now and I will work on your shoulders for you. It's like, no.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, they've
Lord.
got to change places. You seem a little tense. Maybe I could give you a massage. No.
That's okay. Look, it's at the time. Whoops.
Yep.
See ya.
Yeah,
That's really bad. Yeah.
We've seen it mentioned in other places where someone's like, I was massaging this man, and when he rolled over, he had an erection. It's like, what do I do about that? And sometimes men do get erections during massage. Usually it is something they are super self-conscious about. It is an involuntary action of the body, usually. It's a sign of the parasympathetic nervous system, particularly for someone who is highly stressed. As they start to de-stress, it's something that can just happen. I've had a client say to me, I asked, like, why do you come back to see me? He's like, you don't give me an erection when I go for massage. It's something that happens. I'm really self-conscious about it, and you don't do that to me. I'm like, you can just chuck an extra towel over their waist, because they're probably going, oh my God, they can see it. What do I do? And one of my lecturers did say once, at some point in time, someone is going to raise a flagpole. And I do have a rule in my clinic. If you don't play with it, I'm okay with it. So keep in mind that the first time it does happen in your space, you probably still will freak out. What do you do if someone makes a direct approach to you during treatment?
I think it depends a little bit on what's happening, but for the most part, you want to step back from the table, take your hands off the person, and let them know that the massage is over, that whatever action that they're doing, whether it's touching themselves or what have you, that they are violating your terms of treatment. The massage is over, they need to get dressed and they leave. And basically make sure that you are saying that very clearly and that they understand you, and just leave the room, go wash your hands, step away from them. And if you are with someone else, if you're in a clinic with other therapists, make sure that they know, tell somebody straight away, so that you have support there. Most people, I think, would be a little bit embarrassed and probably just leave, but
Yeah.
you don't want to take the risk that someone is going to become forceful or violent, or that they start touching you inappropriately. That sort of stuff you really need to call the police for straight away. But basically, you need to make yourself as safe as possible and get them out of the premises,
Yeah.
which for a lot of us is actually our own homes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's super confronting when it happens in your own home, especially when
Yeah.
families around as well, and they know.
Mm.
And if you are someone who lives by yourself, it's a really challenging thing, and it's where vetting your clients straight up is so important.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So some of our colleagues only take new people by referral from
Yeah.
someone that they know very, very well.
Yes.
And for that reason, they may choose to only work with women.
Absolutely. You feel really gross
Yeah.
when that stuff happens. And you don't, honestly, no massage therapist wants to deal with that. We don't want to have to throw somebody out of our clinic, whether it's, an allied health clinic, or they work by themselves, or they work from home. Nobody wants to do it. But you definitely need to keep yourself as safe as possible. Let somebody know right away what's going on. Have either another therapist, or your partner, or a friend, someone that is going to support you. Yeah, I think a lot of people just forego even asking for payment. They just get out. We're
Yep.
done. Don't call me. Don't come back. Yeah.
Yep.
You need to do what feels right for you as well.
Be safe. Be as safe as
Yeah.
you can. It's just not worth it.
No, for the sake of $80, nah,
Yeah.
get rid of them.
So if you are an employee or a contractor in someone else's business, you need to tell the owner, and they need to document what has happened. And they need to provide you with some options, which might be supporting a police report. It might be reporting the incident to Safe Work. It could be providing you some level of counselling to process what has happened, to work through what has happened. At the very least they can do is to ensure that they've got safeguards in place to stop this from happening again. And if it does happen, because let's face it, some people are clever, if it does happen again, they have a procedure to follow for the sake of the safety and the ongoing safety of their staff. And if you are a clinic owner, you need to take this matter really seriously. Take the report of your staff member or your contractor seriously. It is not worth the sake of, there must be some mistake. We really need, times are tough. We really need that person. No, you don't. You need to take this matter seriously. Take the report of your staff member or contractor seriously. Provide that person with support and take steps to ban the person from returning. There are no excuses that are acceptable.
Absolutely. But you're 100% right. And this is where having, some company policies are so beneficial. I know a lot of us are like, oh my gosh, policies and procedures. But this is where you've already thought about the topic. And when you're in a situation where you may potentially be at risk of assault in some form or another, you don't have to think. You can go, right, I know my policy says text this person, contact the office manager. I think you should have a plan, no matter who you are in business. If it's likely that you are going to get assaulted at work, you have a plan. That you can follow. And some people, particularly if they work alone, they might have a few keywords that they will text another therapist or a friend to alert them to, like, oh, I'm possibly in danger. And I know when I have a new male client that I don't know, that I've never seen before and has not been referred to me, I will let my husband know, and I'll tell him, okay, potential person coming in to see me, and I'll let you know how it goes. And then he knows that I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. and we can, if something does go wrong, he knows to take it seriously. But yeah, you just really need to make sure that you are doing what you can to feel safe at work.
Mm-hmm. There are so many industries that involve people working in isolation. There are some industries which are more at risk than others, and particularly those industries where a degree of care is provided. You certainly hear about nursing staff being
Yes.
propositioned and assaulted at work, those who provide in-care
Yes.
services at home. It's one of the reasons why I stopped doing mobile massage. I didn't know who was going to be there along with the person being massaged, and after being confronted by a jealous partner, it's like, "What are you doing here? Well, I want to watch." It's like, I think I'm just going to go here for my own safety. You need to have
Okay.
safeguards in place.
The look on my face is like, what?
Yeah, look,
What happened?
I love
Far
my little
out.
world of innocence.
Yeah.
It's a very very happy place,
Yeah.
but that place of innocence doesn't exist for many people.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. There's a lot of people that have to deal with this. And yeah, nursing is another one where any type of care work in that field. And I've heard of care workers, because I do work with some elderly folks, massaging them in their homes. And I've had some stories where the care workers have said, yeah, at the other place that I go and see, the guy gropes me every week. It's like, that is not on.
Yeah.
Like,
We've talked a lot
yeah.
about things where it's quite overt as well, but sometimes it's a bit more. I get, it's a horrible word. It's the grooming that happens before an incident, where you may have seen a person several times, and you might just engage with general chit chat, and you do the massage, and everything's fine, and they're happy with your service, and then they might start to ask questions, or it might be about loneliness, or they leave you a gift, or they invite you somewhere, or the conversation starts to become a little bit more unacceptable, and then you might start to get text messages. See reports of that by other therapists fairly frequently, where it's like, oh my God, the relationship has changed. You either need to assert your position, your professional position, or you need to end the relationship, the professional relationship, immediately for your own safety.
Yeah, this is a tough one because we often become very familiar with a lot of our clients, particularly if we're seeing them very regularly, more than just the standard once every 4 or 6 weeks. And it can be really a tricky one to navigate, because the clients often end up feeling like they have like a bit of an in, like they're our buddies. And we haven't necessarily wanted to tell them otherwise, because we need their business.
Yeah.
It can be such a tricky thing to navigate, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the really clever ones out there, you may never not even be aware of what they're doing.
No.
It just happens over time. You get whittled down, you feel safe around them, and then the request happens.
It's pretty awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where having a good network of people that you can talk to, or even if you're not friends with other people in the industry, knowing other therapists and having, I guess, people in a type of mentor role that you could potentially message and say, hey, look, I'm actually having this issue. What can I do? And again, there's quite a few Facebook groups in Australia where you can go and ask these questions, which is wonderful. There are ways to get support. It's still not something you want to deal with.
Yeah.
I feel gross just talking about it, to be honest.
It is icky.
Yeah.
So you said earlier that yes, you've had the telephone calls, but never been approached in clinic. If it did happen to you, Jackie, where would you go for support?
Oh, support. You definitely
Thanks.
you. You're welcome.
I'm glad you trust me.
Absolutely. That's a tough one. It would depend on the situation. I would definitely at some point debrief with you and let you know that had happened to me, because I know that my words would be received in a kind way. I would also talk to my husband about it, because he's very supportive and he is very understanding and would not judge me at all. He would definitely be laying the blame on the person doing the inappropriate behavior. Yeah. And then I don't know. I do know quite a few people in the industry, so I would probably have a fair amount of people to talk to, I guess. What about you, David? What would you do?
I'd probably swear a lot.
Yeah.
As I said, it hasn't happened for a very long time. The times that it did, I was first of all shocked. It's like,
Yeah.
what the? Did you just? I can't believe you just get your gear and get out. Oh, but I'm not dressed yet. Get out. I think I'm a fairly small and quiet and docile person, but don't get me riled up.
Yeah, you come across as quite the introvert, but yeah, there's a well of emotion under there.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I must say, if I felt safe in the situation and I was reasonably confident that the person was not going to actually physically harm me in any way, I would probably be quite angry about it myself. If there was something happening on the table, it'd be like, oh my God, what the hell? Yeah. Get the fuck out. Like, you didn't just do that.
Yep. Well, I think we'll wrap this episode up. I want to just finish by saying that we all deserve to go to work each day and feel safe. We have a responsibility for our own safety. We shouldn't have to, but we do have a responsibility for our own safety because there are creeps out there. There are people with bad intentions out there, and we need to protect ourselves against them. And we do need to take preventative measures to stop solicitation in the workplace. If it hasn't happened to you, sooner or later it may, and it's really important to be prepared. And if it does happen, you will feel gross and icky. If it has happened to you, look, it shouldn't go unreported. It shouldn't go unnoticed. I hope that you have received some support. It will be disturbing. So please speak up about things and go and get help. Yeah, it's the very least that you can do for yourself. And know that you're not alone.
Oh, absolutely not. We are all in this together. We speak to each other, and because we do know that we often work alone or in very small groups. There might only be 2 people in your clinic. We do try to look out for each other. So definitely join those Facebook groups, find yourself a little support network. Absolutely.
Yep. And whatever you do, don't keep it to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap up today's episode. It's been a bit of a monster episode, Jackie. But it's something which we needed to talk about it.
Yes. We did. Yes. It is such a big topic as well. So thank you for listening. It's been
so please like and subscribe, leave us a review through your favorite podcasting software or mode. Hit that button to be notified. We are on Instagram and on Facebook. Look us up. Thank you for listening, and we will see you in the next episode.
Take care all. See you later, David.
Bye.